Young going deep on first down. It is caught and taken in for a touchdown by DJ Chark. 48 yards.
What's up, everybody? What be going on, man? It's your boy Q, aka Uncle Quan. Welcome back to the channel with another film breakdown. All thanks to you guys, man. First of all, while you are here, go ahead and hit that like button for your boy. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, man. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video to this amazing channel, man. You guys have been killing it lately. Before we move on with this video, I want to say I appreciate you guys for pulling up to the channel and showing mad love, running up the views, hitting the like, you know what I'm saying, subscribing and all that good stuff, man. It's always fun just interacting with you guys, sharing different perspectives with you guys from the fan base. It's a good time, man. I even off screen, you know, I built connections with you guys. So I appreciate you guys, man, a lot. I can't say thank you enough, man. You guys have been killing on this channel. You guys have been helping me grow, and we're going to continue to do that, especially moving into the season. I cannot wait for this season to start. I will be at a lot of games, and I can't wait to bring you guys more quality content, man. But with that being said, man, we did put out another poll. Again, you guys have been killing it with these votes, man, and we got a guy that was overwhelmingly the winner for this last poll. He outvoted everybody by over 50% of those votes, man. Shout out to DJ Chark Jr. This is a guy, I'm actually excited to break this guy down. This is a receiver that I truly believe is a #1 receiver. I love when we picked him up in the offseason as a free agent. I think he's going to really help our team out a lot, especially having a rookie quarterback. He's going to be our #1 threat. Now, the only issue when talking about DJ Chark, we all know, is his health. You know what I mean? He hasn't been healthy as of lately, man. And I think this is the year where he finally plays a full 17 games. And that's just a fandom out of me. I'm not going to hold you. That's the fan speaking. But we just don't know. Even the realist in me is just like, I don't know if he's going to play a full season. But what I do believe is that he's going to be a true threat, and he's going to allow everybody else to get off. And he's going to require a lot of attention. If you take a look at throughout this video, he is a very athletic receiver. He can catch any ball, even if it's thrown behind him, even if it's thrown above his head. He's gonna go get that ball, man. He's a guy who's crazy athletic, and you're gonna see a lot of crazy catches throughout this video, man. I cannot wait to break him down. I appreciate y'all pulling up to the channel, man. So let's go ahead and hop into this film breakdown. Let's get it. All right, guys, let's talk about this week 1 matchup against Philadelphia. Obviously, we all know Philadelphia has a stacked defense. I mean, that's why they got to the championship. And obviously, they do have a beautiful offense as well that was ran by the likes of Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and all that good stuff. But we're not here to talk about those guys. We're here to talk about our guy, DJ Chark Jr., who's lined up at the bottom of your screen at wideout. Specifically right here, you know, James Bradbury is respecting the speed of him. I mean, obviously, probably in zone coverage. So what they do is they bring DJ Chark underneath right here in a cross route, allowing him to get free on 3rd and 4. He's in motion, running right behind these two guys. Boom. Easy first down. I mean, you're going to see, we talked about this. If you guys have been paying attention to the channel, we talked about this concept a lot. You know, guys getting free by running behind basically like decoys and shit like that, mesh concepts and stuff like that. So take a look at this. He's running in motion. These two guys are basically clearing out the zone coverage, allowing DJ Chark to run free. Nobody's able to get hands on him. That's an easy first down. Expect to see a lot of this in Carolina, y'all. Just like we talked about with our previous film breakdowns, I cannot wait to see him in full action in that Carolina Panthers uniform, man. All right, guys, moving on to later in this game. It is crunch time. This is a perfect example to go ahead and show you right now. This is a guy that is not to be fucked with. If you're going to play press coverage one-on-one with him, you better get you some safety help, because right here is a perfect example. And this is a premier corner in Darius Slay. We all know Darius Slay is a dog at corner. He's a veteran that's been in this league, and he's been performing at a top level for years. So let's take a look at the top of your screen. He's lined up at wideout by himself. One safety over top. Take a look. He runs a simple go route outside of Darius Slay. That's beautiful coverage. But what he does right here is very unique, and you're going to see this throughout the video. So as a DB, this is extremely hard to defend, especially a guy who doesn't get his hands out until the very last second. So as a DB, you play through the hands of the receiver, especially when you're going to play that press coverage. So what happens here, DJ Chark gets that outside leverage, and this is beautiful coverage by Darius Slay. But DJ Chark waits to the very last minute to get those hands out. Look at this. Boom. You cannot defend that. That is crazy. And then that's an easy touchdown for DJ Chark Jr. That's elite ball placement, and that's elite ball catching right there, man. That's just beautiful right here to just watch as a football fan. And this is really just a matter of a 50-50 ball. I trust my guy versus yours. All right, guys, moving on to week 3 against the Minnesota Vikings, a division rival for the Lions. First of all, if you take a look at the bottom of your screen, this is where DJ Chark is lined up at wideout. Patrick Peterson, another crappy veteran that's been in the league for a while. He knows what he's doing. This looks like a deep zone coverage. I don't know what they're running exactly. But if you take a look at the bottom of your screen, DJ Chark runs a deep post. Look like Patrick Peterson is playing like a deep third. I can't really tell. He's backpedaling, so I don't know if he's playing a deep third. When you're playing a deep third, you kind of turn your hips towards the sideline. So you're kind of running, I don't want to say like sideways, but you start out kind of running sideways, and then you kind of run with them, depending on how far they run. But with this being a deep post route, if he's backpedaling, he makes a nice break on him. Boom. And he's free. Now, breaking down the receiver is a little tough because I don't have a full perspective. I just have the broadcast view. So I'm not able to see exactly the route that he runs. This is why I like to sit in the nosebleeds when I do go to the games. I know it's not a very popular seat for a lot of you fans, but personally, I do not mind the nosebleeds because I can see the entire field. As like a coach, as a person who is just in love with the game, I like to see everything, especially when it comes to wide receiver and corner matchups. I did used to play corner when I was a Jet, so just being able to see these different type of matchups is very entertaining. But you don't see this on TV. Obviously, giving you guys a broadcast perspective, it's not really much we can go off of. It's just really like what I see based on the camera view. All right, guys, moving on to the next play in the game. You got like a trips formation right here. DJ Chark is lined up at the top of your screen by himself pretty much because you got a blitz coming off the edge. So that allows the corner to have to back up and respect the speed of DJ Chark. Looks like another zone coverage based on this blitz right here. So take a look. DJ Chark runs like a deep in route. Huge chunk. The ball is thrown behind him, and he's still able to adjust to this catch. You're going to see this a lot throughout this video. Take a look at it again. Ball thrown behind him. Easy first down. Another huge chunk. All right, guys, let's talk about this Buffalo matchup. This was actually another fun game, too. Again, it's fourth quarter, showing you time after time that he is clutch. He has that clutch ability. And he's also a red zone threat, guys. So when we get down there in that red zone, who's going to be the guy to step up? Is it going to be Hayden Hurst? Is it going to be DJ Chark? I think we're going to have multiple different threats in that red zone. Here's an example of DJ Chark being effective in the red zone. Take a look at him at the bottom of your screen. He's in one-on-one coverage, press coverage. Let's let it run. He uses his body to lean that defender out of his way. And I mean, the catch is just catching it over his head. I mean, beautiful little head top kind of catch. Let's take another look at it real quick. See how he leans? He uses his body to lean the defender out of his way. The ball is thrown over the defender's head, only where DJ Chark can get it. And I mean, he just out muscles the defender. Beautiful play right here, man. Beautiful ball by Jared Goff as well, too. Easy touchdown. I mean, that's money. All right, guys, let's talk about this Lions versus Jags matchup. If you take a look at the bottom of your screen, he's lined up at wideout. The corner is sagging off, giving him plenty of space, respecting the speed of DJ Chark. And let's take a look at this play. Let's let it run real quick. Looks like he leans off of the defender. Again, it's hard to break down a receiver because they kind of go off of your screen when they run that full route. But let's take a look at it again. Lined up at wideout. Look like he's playing a flat, but he kind of sags off with him. I'm not sure. But, I mean, again, we talked about this already. He doesn't put his hands out until the very last second. That is hard to defend as a DB. And, I mean, that's just elite catching, man. He runs right past the zone defense, what looks like it is zone. And, I mean, he just understands the game. He knows where the spots are. He knows how to run his routes. Even when it's a simple go route, he is very effective against this defense, especially in zone coverage. All right, moving on to later in this game. Take a look at the top of your screen. He's lined up against the corner. Look like the corner is playing press at first. He got safety help over top. Let's let this play run real quick. The corner drops back. Look like he's playing deep third. And it looked like DJ Chark ran a deep post route to beat that deep third. So what deep third is, he's covering everything over top. So basically, if you got a go route, that shit is pretty much covered. It's pretty much strapped up. But when he's backing up like this, when he's backpedaling like this, doing like a little side shuffle. He's covering everything behind him. So anything that goes inside, you already beat because you got your hips turned, and you have to make a hell of a break to be able to defend that. But you're out of your zone coverage if you do decide to go with him. So what happens right here? He runs a deep post, beats that deep third, and the ball is thrown behind him, and he's still able to adjust to that catch. Like we talked about already, man. He's able to adjust to any ball that's thrown to him, and beautiful adjustment to the ball. Guys, moving on to later in the game, the Lions have a pretty good lead right here. DJ Chark is lined up at the bottom of your screen at wide out. Let's take a look. Let's let this play run. It gets past that zone coverage. He's wide open. So let's talk about what happened. Hold on, let me see. Let me take this back real quick. Let's talk about what happened right here. It looks like the corner is playing, I don't know if this is cover two, but I know the corner specifically is playing the flat. So he doesn't get hands on Chark. Really doesn't need to because Chark kind of gets inside leverage. So when you're covering the flat, anything outside of you, you want to push them inside right here. So Chark already goes inside. And now this corner sees somebody else coming out in the flat, so he can't cover both. He needs to cover this flat right here. So the corner comes down. DJ Chark runs right past that zone coverage. Nobody is over top of him to help him out. There's no safety over top because the safety is too occupied covering somebody else, allowing DJ Chark to be free. Easy out route. That's an easy first down for DJ Chark. All right, guys, let's talk about this division rival game. Again, it's week 14. This is the second time around that they are seeing these guys. Take a look at your screen. DJ Chark is lined up at the top of your screen and wide out in like a kind of two receiver stack. Take a look at it real quick. He runs a simple go route. Looked like he takes a stutter step to freeze up that safety to cover the inside, and it fucks him up. Let's take another look. Let's let it run real quick. So take a look at how deep the corner is sagging off. He runs right past him. He stutter steps on the inside. If you take a look at that subtle stutter step, I'm trying to catch it. My bad, y'all. So he takes a stutter step, boom, fucks up the corner and the safety at the same time. The safety is too late getting there. And it's just a big boy catch. This is why I think he's going to be receiver number one. It's just his ability to be able to make these plays by himself. He can beat these coverages. He can beat a corner and a safety at the same time. So, again, this is a perfect example of him being able to freeze up a safety and being able to beat the outside, beat a corner to the outside leverage. So, perfect example of why he's going to be receiver number one. All right, moving on to later in this game. Take a look at the bottom of your screen. DJ Chark is lined up at wide out. Patrick Peterson is sagging off of him. Let's let this play run. He runs right past Patrick Peterson. And what Jared Goff does right here, guys, he does what Bryce Young is going to do a lot in this league. So he throws it away from coverage. Take a look at DJ Chark getting past Adrian Peterson. And he recognizes that this safety is over top, and he recognizes he has a linebacker too. So what he does is throw the ball to only where DJ Chark can get it. Not where this safety can make a play, but only where DJ Chark can make a play on this ball. You're going to see Bryce Young do that a lot because he has an understanding of the game as well and how to throw the ball away from coverages and only where his guys can get it. So the ball is kind of thrown low and in front of him and away from the safety and away from that linebacker. So a beautiful way to adjust to the ball. I think he's going to help Bryce Young out a lot when it comes to playing with Bryce. All right, guys, moving on to later in the game. If you take a look at the top of your screen, looks like this edge is about to run a blitz, so the corner is sagging off. Now, this is a mesh concept once again. We talked about this mesh concept if you paid attention to a couple of these videos that I put out already. Let's take a look at this play. Let's let it run. He runs across. You see how these linebackers, how the corners have sagged off, allowing them to have to play against different people. You got to pick. You got to pick your poison. That's the thing about a mesh concept. You got to pick your poison. These receivers, of course, are going across your screen. Again, this is a broadcast view, so we're not able to see the full exact route tree. So let's take a look at it again. DJ Chark is coming across your screen. You got a running back who's coming out of the backfield who freezes up these linebackers because, again, you got to pick your poison. You got to pick your poison. You don't want that running back to come out by himself, and that just allows DJ Chark to run free. You got wide receivers running past these guys and running cross routes as well. DJ Chark gets the ball. That's an easy first down. Again, a mesh concept that you're going to see a lot with Frank Wright. All right, guys, let's talk about this Panthers-Lions game. One of my favorite games. I've told you already in 2 other videos. We're here to talk about DJ Chark, though, on the other side of the ball. If you take a look at the top of your screen, he's lined up in the slot. Let's let this play run. Let's let it run real quick. So what DJ Chark does, he runs right past the zone. I mean, beautiful adjustment to the ball. Let's let it run real quick. Let's talk about it. So what DJ Chark does, he runs right past this zone. Shaq is too late to get hands on him. Our safety, Jeremy Chin, he does a great job of picking this up, but his back is turned to the quarterback. So he doesn't see where the ball is coming. He's trying to play through the hands of DJ Chark. And I mean, look at the coverage. I mean, he's all over him. But the adjustment to the ball, again, we talked about this already. The adjustment to the ball and his ability to make these catches, that's insane, man. That is insane. I mean, just watching this game in person, I was just like, yo, it was nothing we could do about that. That's just a hell of a catch. All right, guys, moving on to later in this game, we have a pretty sizable lead right here. So, of course, they have to pass the ball. So, look at the bottom of your screen where DJ Chark is lined up at wideout. CJ Henderson, our corner, fails to get hands on him. He gets right past him, makes a move on the safety, got him on the ground, made him eat the dirt, and then he got plenty of extra yards right here. So let's let this run again. If you're going to be lined up in man coverage against DJ Chark, you're going to have to get your hands on him. He just runs right past CJ Henderson. I mean, granted, you do see this happen a lot with CJ Henderson throughout the season. I mean, he's just a corner. You know what? We're not going to get into it. We're not going to talk about CJ Henderson. I'm not even going to dog this man on this video. We're here to talk about DJ Chark specifically. But he does a good job of taking advantage of a sorry-ass corner. And he runs right past him, gets that outside leverage, make a move on that safety to get extra yards. All right, guys, moving on to later in the year. Week 17 matchup against a division rival in the Chicago Bears. Take a look at the top of your screen. DJ Chark is lined up at wideout. He has one-on-one against this corner. He slips right past him, gets that inside leverage. Easy money. He's wide the fuck open, man. Wide open. Looks like he's in like a zone coverage. Looks like he's trying to get him on that inside, but he tries to run with him a little bit. But his zone doesn't allow him to run with him. So he didn't have help over top, allowing DJ Chark to get free once again. All right, guys, moving on to later in this game. Obviously, this was kind of after the snap, so I can't see the formation fully. But if you take a look at the top of your screen, DJ Chark was lined up at wideout. He has one-on-one coverage against this guy right here. Gets right past him. And I mean, look at the catch. Look at the catch. Again, he's waiting to the very last second to get those hands out when he's covered in that press coverage. That's hard to defend as a corner. When you're playing press coverage, and I mean, this is not bad coverage right here. Take a look at it again. Let's let this play run again. This is not bad coverage. He just makes an athletic play on his corner. I mean, gets one hand out and snags that thing. I mean, you can't defend it. And he gets up and lowers that shoulder. He's not afraid of contact. Easy first down for him. Let's let it run in slow motion. One hand snag, doesn't get that hand out until the last second. I mean, what do you do? What do you do as a corner against DJ Chark when he doesn't put those hands out until the last second? It's hard to play through the hands when that happens. Man. All right, guys, in conclusion, there you have it. This is receiver number 1. We talked about a couple of plays. We broke down a couple of plays throughout this season. Yes, he didn't play a full season. I think he missed about, 6 or 7 games. I'm not sure. You guys can let me know in the comment section if you know for sure. But I'm hoping that he can play a full 17 games this year. If he does play a full 17 games, this is easily a 1,000-plus yard receiver. This is going to be Bryce Young's number 1 target. I know we talk about Jonathan Mingo. We're talking about Terrence Marshall. I think those guys are going to be dogs as well. But if we're talking about receiver number 1, DJ Chark is specifically going to be that guy if he is healthy throughout the season. And you guys see it on full display. Bryce Young likes to throw it away from coverage. He likes to throw it only where his receivers can get it. And DJ Chark has shown you throughout this video his ability to be able to adjust to the ball wherever it is thrown to him, whether it's over his head, whether it's behind him, whether it's in front of him, behind him, and shit like that. So I think he's going to be wide receiver number 1. He's going to make a lot of crazy catches throughout this year, and I can't wait to see that, man. They're already building up a connection, Bryce Young and DJ Chark. We heard recently that DJ Chark had a nice deep ball in practice.
I had a simple goal. I really wasn't the main read or anything like that, but Bryce wanted to take that shot, so he threw it. We made a play, and that's the type of things that we have to continue to do. Shout out to him for making that throw. He's been doing that pretty much the whole off season, so it's good to be the recipient of a few of those.
I'm looking forward to seeing this connection build throughout the season. I'm actually a big fan of DJ Chark Jr., man. I can't wait to see him in the Panthers uniform this year. Fun fact of how I found out about him, Jacksonville Jaguars came to town in 2019. I was with my Dukes. We had very good seats. I mean, just front row, man. I actually saw McCaffrey do that front flip right there in front of me. So that was just crazy. That whole game was a back and forth affair. If you guys get the chance, watch those highlights, man. That game was just crazy. But DJ Chark, I didn't know who he was at the time. I don't watch much college football, so I didn't know who he was at LSU. I never seen him play a game at LSU. So coming into this game, I was talking shit to some Jaguar fans, and they was like, yeah, you're going to find out who DJ Chark is today. I'm like, I'm not worried about no DJ Chark, man. We got Dante Jackson. He's going to lock him up. We're going to strap him up. And sure enough, man, throughout that entire game, he was making crazy catches. And, I mean, he was killing Dante Jackson. I mean, his speed was too much. He was catching everything that was thrown his way with Gardner Minshew, and it was crazy. It was fun to watch, but it was frustrating at the time because I'm going back and forth with Jaguar fans, and they was just letting me know, like, yeah, I told you DJ Chark was going to show up. And I'm like, man, y'all was right. I found out quickly who DJ Chark was. He was very frustrating to watch. So I'm actually happy that he's going to be on our side of the ball this time around. I can't wait to see him throughout this season. I think him and Bryce Young are going to have a very unique connection. I think this is a 1,000-yard receiver, wide receiver number one, obviously. So I'm looking forward to this season, man. I can't say that enough. Anyway, I appreciate y'all pulling up to this film breakdown. Y'all let me know in the comments who you guys would like to see me break down next, man. I appreciate you as always. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already. And I'm up out of here, man. See you guys on the next video. As always, stay true to yourself. Keep being you. Follow those dreams, turn those dreams into goals, and go get it, fam. Love you guys. Peace.